Thank you for being with me today. Hope you're having a great day. I've got a really interesting guest with me today from kind of an entirely different way to love your neighbor and make people's lives a little better. I've got Karrington Snead with me, who's Miss South Dallas this year, and she's just been doing a lot of good works, uplifting people. And so how did you get involved in pursuing to be Miss South Dallas?
Well, this past spring break, my director, Miss Evelyn Forte Jones, she called me one day and said, hey, do you want to do this pageant or not? And I've always been the type of girl, again, I've never been the one to wear dresses, I've never been the one to wear heels. So in my head, I'm like, no, absolutely not. But then when I thought about it, I was like, it may not be so bad. So I was like, let's give it a shot. And I really didn't know how serious this was. And I keep stressing this. I never knew how serious this was until I won, I think, this sash. And I didn't really understand it until I think when I went through the Miss Texas organization pageant. So that's honestly how I got started. I was just like, okay. And I've been like this, let's give it a shot. And it's been super, super, super great ever since.
Well, and you do an awful lot of outreach in the community and supporting people. And I learned about you and met you because of your involvement in the Dallas Champions Academy and providing a role model to young disadvantaged kids that were attending the camp, right?
I did, yeah.
Now, what was your involvement with the kids there? What did you sing to them, or?
Well, I spoke about basically just about my experience with the Miss Texas pageant and things like that, and just kind of telling them how my walk with God helped me to get through that week, because I needed Him throughout that whole week. And just kind of sharing with them how I placed labels on myself, not really thinking that, I was really beautiful at one point, not really thinking I was worth doing it, So I was so scared. So me telling them, I was telling them, you should do whatever you think that, honestly, go after whatever you want to go after, and don't label yourself. Although people may see you in this type of light, you can honestly step into any light and shine as bright as you want, So I was just kind of basically telling them that and how I came out of my own comfort zone, like with wearing makeup and lashes, and just to be where I was today. So that's what I shared with them. And then I did sing a song. So it was really cool.
Well, that's good. And it's an uplifting experience to see those little young lives being changed.
Yeah, it really was. I didn't really know the big impact it would have took until I was in those shoes, So it was like, wow, this is a blessing. I don't want to ever just come and just leave like a negative imprint on somebody, So I thought it was really a blessing that I could uplift somebody just by just seeing the crown on my head and just being so close to them. So it was really cool.
Well, and so many times kids in a very disadvantaged situation, in a very downbeat situation, don't realize that people excel coming out of that environment and achieve things. And
right.
That one of the things the coaches emphasize is that they came from disadvantaged backgrounds and have succeeded. And, so that's, part of what we're trying to do with the Greater Dallas Coalition of the Dallas Champions Academy is really kind of break that cycle and let people see hope and opportunity. And so you served a good role there it's something entirely different than the football coach.
Yeah, completely different, I think that was really cool. And then even speaking of the Greater Coalition, for me going to that meeting the first time, I didn't know that South Dallas and just in the Dallas Metroplex had all of that going on. So for me to be in that position to hear all of that, I could reach out to other people that I know personally, like, hey, you want to check this out? Hey, I got involved with this, organization, yada, yada, yada. So I think that was really informative for me too, because I live so close and I don't even know half of the things that are around me. So I think this is a great platform that I have now. So I could, figure out what my community is doing so I could get more involved.
Well, now you're a sophomore in college?
I am a senior in college right now.
Senior in college?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so about to finish the college experience.
I'm holding on to the hairs of my chin. I'm trying to finish this last year. That's why it was such a blessing that I got the scholarships that I got. So it can help out me and my mom a lot, just so I can finish out this year. So I can go. I'm so ready to go.
And you're studying psychology?
Yes, I am.
Now, are you interested in going on getting a master's? Or?
People keep telling me just to go and get my master's. I'll honestly see how this year ends for me. to see even more scholarships, to see if I can seek other scholarships, to see if I can do that to help pay for that schooling, because that's going to be more money. So I'm thinking about all that too, more schooling, and then more money. So we're going to see about that one.
Well, that is one of the challenges, and that's one of the things that the Dallas Champions Academy has done so well, is taking some of the better athletes that come through the sports camp and taking them to a football combine where we've gotten 22 young men full ride scholarships, tuition and room and board as athletes. So one woman this year got a full basketball scholarship, which is really great.
Wow, from the
Champions Academy. And then we pick seniors out and take them to a football combine in Oklahoma where they get to perform in front of coaches. And so, yeah, we've really changed some lives, because you know how hard college is to pay for.
Yeah, super hard, especially if you don't have the type of money.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, at least you got some scholarship from your pageant experience, and that's one thing that people may not realize, that pageants are a way to help fund a college education.
Yeah, very true. Especially for me, I didn't know what it was for. I just thought you had to be beautiful and win that. But yeah, scholarships that's a win too. So I'm happy I won that for sure.
Well, great. So you're just about done with college. I think I would encourage you to go after that master's, because that's so essential to be a counselor, or therapist. And
you got a point. You got a point.
You know, it's hard to get by with just a bachelor's,
especially in
if
psychology.
you're going to work in that field. As a, licensed professional counselor, where you can make the better money.
Right, yeah. Hopefully I can intern this year. Well, I'll have to. So hopefully with me interning and working close with other psychologists, maybe I can kind of, put my foot in the door. So it won't be so hard for me, So hopefully I can build that relationship and, create some type of door so I can walk into it after graduation.
Well, good. Well, it's an exciting thing, and you won when? When did you win your crown?
I won my crown, probably need to think of that day. It was sometime in March. It was probably like in the beginning of March, like the first week of March. Can't even really remember the day.
Time's been flying by.
It really has. Can't believe summer's almost over. The pageant was like, I think, a month ago now, and I still feel like it was like last week. So yeah, time is passing real quick.
Yeah, and you're going back to school here just in a minute. So
I am. Next week is my last week, so I'm trying to get everything together now. That's why I was happy for this opportunity to come up so quick, because I was like, I'm here. I'm not doing anything.
Well, I had an opening, and I thought you'd be a great guest and tell your story about helping young children and empowering people and reaching out. And
thank you. Thank you for having me.
Which is what it's all about.
It is. It is. It's definitely bigger than me, and I see it every single appearance that I go to. Just meeting people. Oh, nice to meet you. Just to see that. Nice to meet you. It's like, wow, like you're really happy to see me. So I think that's really
people
dope.
need a bright spot in their lives.
It's very true.
And sometimes people feel like, oh, I'm nobody. And meeting somebody that's achieved is uplifting to them. So yeah.
So I've seen. That's why it's such a blessing. I know that it's bigger than me. That's why I'm always like, this is way bigger than me. That's why I'm actually enjoying the ride so far. I think I'm so out of like, dresses and heels. I'm like, okay, let's pop on this dress and let's pop on these heels and let's go. So it's been fun.
Kind of a change of pace for you.
It has, but I think it's a change of pace that I feel like I probably prayed for a year ago. At the beginning of this year, I prayed for so much that I totally forgot that I prayed for it. And my mom used to always say, write down what you pray for so you can, see what you've been doing and see how you progress. So for me to go to this pageant, I was like, this is really weird for me to get into this, and then I was like, well, this is kind of what I prayed for, so I'm just kind of embracing it now. I'm like, cool, let's do it. I'm for the ride.
Well, good. So everything is just Cadillacing along, but you got a big transition year coming up with.
For sure. It's always something changing. Ever since the pageant, it's something changing every day. But I'm just rolling with the punches, honestly. It's not too bad, I could think of it like, but I'm thinking of it more like, this is gonna mold me to be the woman that I need to be in the future.
Well, and you project yourself with good confidence, and that's going to carry you forward in life.
Well, thank you.
Real well.
Thank you.
To be able to meet people and be comfortable with people, make people feel good.
Well, thank you.
Those are all good skill sets.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, so, you know, it's just wonderful that you've been doing what you've been doing. So you're pretty busy making appearances?
I think this is probably my third one so far, probably fourth. It's been busier more so after the pageant. Before it wasn't so much because I was in school trying to come back and forth. But I think now it's not so much busy. I think it's just times of like just scheduling, you know, to see if my board can come with me, to see if I'm open, and then try to see if that will work with the other organizations. I think that's more of the tedious part about it, but I'm not really more so busy. I think it's just kind of like, hey, got to show up somewhere Wednesday. Okay, I'll be there, you know. So.
Well, it means a lot, and you know, she was lucky enough to be at our camp, which we think it was the best camp we ever had. The coach that hosts it and puts it on, Coach Heupel, really felt like it was an outstanding group of young men, and that everything just really clicked. We had a fantastic fifth day that I don't think you know about it, at the Gainesville State School for young felons, and reaching out to some kids that really are in kind of a hopeless place. And they really responded real well. We worked with about 55 of the young men that were kind of on best behavior and able to be involved in football there at the facility and be able to go off the campus. So only the kind of the best behaving kids get to do that, and but they really responded, and you know, it was very uplifting to try to, you know, make a difference in some lives that have kind of made some real bad choices. And
wow, that's great. 55, that's a lot of people.
Well, yeah, we had almost 200 start the camp here in Dallas, the Champions Academy.
So I heard that was like, y'all broke y'all's record. That's great. How long has the camp been up so far?
Well, it's the 9th year.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we've grown every year and expanded our reach, and this year we did the 5th day with the young felons, trying to make a difference. And some of the supporters of the camp are really interested in helping rehabilitate young criminals and try to steer them away from continuing a life of crime. So.
Wow, 9th year and broke your record already? That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, it's exciting to be involved in, and so I'm glad you were able to be there and participate and help.
Thank you.
Stimulate the kids. It was great. What day of the camp did you go? Did you go on Tuesday or?
I went, I believe, like on a Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah, it was probably like on a Tuesday. That morning. Yeah. Yeah, around that morning. Yeah.
Well, good. Yeah, it's just a wonderful program, and you can go to our website and see a great video about the camp. Cassandra won't be on it, but you can see the kids in action, and of course we'd love to have you make an online donation to support our effort to help pay for this year's camp and our year-round mentoring that we do, and of course the very effective college combine trip where we get these young men full college scholarships, and which is such a way to break out of the cycle of poverty. And you know, like you see the importance of your education in advancing your life.
Yeah.
And which, you know, it's hard when you're in the middle of it and paying tuition and everything. Like, is this worth it? But you know, our statistics are that a college graduate makes nearly or more than $1 million more in their lifetime than somebody that just has a high school degree. So it really does work in your favor to have a college degree. And of course, some people succeed even much more than that, and with your opportunity to get into counseling and whatnot, you've got the potential to really do well.
Yeah.
And
you're right. And it's something that I actually want to do, you know, I think.
Well, you have to love what you do.
Very true.
To be happy in life. I mean, you know, that's one mantra that I have is you need to be inspired to do your best, to make the world a little better place in whatever way your strengths lead you to.
Yeah, you're right.
Because sometimes people pursue jobs just because, oh, there's money there, or because somebody knows somebody, and they get into something that they totally don't like.
Right.
And they really kind of regret getting up every day.
Very true, and I do not want to do that. I think that's why I switched my major, because I went to school for music education first, but then I was like, I don't want to do that, because I felt like when I left college, I was going to hate music because I had to study it so much. And music is actually really, really hard to study. Like, I feel like you should get a doctorate in music. That's how hard it is sometimes. But I think once I switched it to psychology, I was more intrigued to want to learn more. So I think I started to do way more better in school, because I was like, okay, yeah, I like people, and I have a lot of questions. And I'm getting the answers to them. Also, people act like that because of what? Got it, you know? So I think that's what helps me to definitely keep pressing, because it's something new to learn every single day I go to class. So I think psychology probably should have started out with that first.
Well, you can always change your mind as time goes on, and now you got a good path and you're excited about it, and that's great.
Yeah, I don't think my mom wants me to switch anymore, but
I think on senior year you got to march on out.
Very true. Yes, I'm marching 90s the whole way through, so I can go ahead and get this diploma.
Well, so you were interested in studying music because you've got a good voice and enjoy singing. Is that what kind of led you to think about music education?
I think so. I just love singing. I think I just love music, just the connection it gives me. I was like, oh, this should be easy. You know, college should be a breeze. Music, this should be a breeze, you know, but the years went on and it was not.
Well, speaking of music, let's take a little break and hear a little song, and that'll be fun for our listeners and for me to hear a lovely song from you again.
Okay. Right now?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. You are Alpha and Omega. We worship you, our Lord. You are worthy to be praised. You are Alpha and Omega. We worship you, our Lord. You are worthy to be praised. We give you all the glory. We worship you, our Lord. You are worthy to be praised. We give you all the glory. We worship you, our Lord. You are worthy to be praised.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fantastic. Well, for those of you that watch my show more than once, you know that I don't usually have lovely singing entertainment on, but she did such a great job when she came to the Greater Dallas Coalition monthly coalition meeting that I thought we really need to have a little song on the show today. And she definitely kind of lightened up our monthly coalition meeting with a lovely spiritual song, and then closed us out with a very nice prayer. The Greater Dallas Coalition is a really faith-based coalition bringing together people that are trying to change South Dallas and its residents for the better, whether it's feeding the needy, mentoring people, doing things like our wonderful day camp for the young children of South Dallas, or just networking all the various people together and reinforcing. So many times people don't get encouraged because they're kind of operating as sole operators trying to do good works, and so it's really nice for them to get an opportunity to come together with other people that are doing charitable activity to kind of reinforce and validate that it's a great cause.
It is. It really is.
And didn't you enjoy coming to the coalition meeting and hearing some of the positive testimony?
I did. I remember meeting one lady. I wish I remembered her name, but she was telling me that she owns the block that she used to just, basically hang out on. So I thought that her testimony was super unique, because it's like for you to hang out somewhere where you used to, hang out or do whatever you used to do, and for you to own it, and then for you to also save other people that used to be on the street. I thought that was just like, wow. Like how many people can actually like say, oh yeah, I used to hang it over here, now I own it. I think that was super unique for her to tell me that. So for her and her cause, I was like, wow, I would have never known, if I wouldn't have never went.
Well, it's amazing what just one person can do to make the world a little better place. And I always come away from those monthly meetings just really inspired
Yeah.
to do more myself and try to help more. So
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, if you have a chance to go to our website, get on our email list, and try to come to one of our monthly coalition meetings down South Dallas, you will be amazed and inspired at the great works that are being done and the great opportunities are for you to both volunteer and donate your money, which is, of course, vital to making a difference. We need more funding. We're eager to really expand our operation and help a lot more kids. And economic support is critical, but we need volunteers to mentor young people. And there's an incredible amount of volunteer opportunities that you can get involved with. So, again, I've got Miss South Dallas with me today, who did a great job at the Dallas Champions Academy mentoring and inspiring these young kids. And you got to hear her sing a lovely song, and she sang to the kids, kind of made their day. Something entirely out of the norm of the sports camp with all the big football coaches.
Yeah, for sure. I asked the kids, I was like, hey, so does anybody sing out there? And like 3 hands popped up, and I was like, of course not. But they still got up and, danced with me a little bit. So, it was different for me too. So it was great to definitely do.
Well, kind of a young audience.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of used to working with kids anyway, so it really wasn't just too scary. I think because it was a lot of kids and they were so close to me, I think that was the only kind of like, ooh, y'all kind of close. But, I was like, let's do it. Let's just have fun, So as authentic as I could be, I feel like they would receive it better, so.
Oh, definitely. No, they need, positive adult role models or young adult role models. So, yeah, I can make a path for myself that doesn't lead me into a life of crime.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because we had one young boy there who one of the men involved with Greater Dallas Coalition served as a mentor to the kids there. And this boy was 10 years old and already had a criminal record for being part of a group of boys that broke into a house.
Wow.
And but he was at the camp being inspired to change his life and live differently.
Yeah.
And so, to overcome those past mistakes. And so that's, it's hard to believe coming from a luckier background, how kids can get into trouble so easily.
Yeah.
When there's bad influences.
For sure. My mom used to always say, you are who you hang around. And she's always been very, like, she's been a stickler of, like, that's not your friend. Don't hang out with them. No, you can't go. And at first I used to be like, you are tripping. Like, I can't go anywhere. I can't go over nobody's house, But the older that I got, and the more experience that I've definitely have encountered, I'm like, man, my mom was right. Like, I wish I would have been a little bit more grateful when I was 5 years old. But who were to think that, at 5? But, definitely just seeing those kids, I was like, man.
Well, you've grown a lot and gotten a lot of maturity to feel like your mom's doing things right at this age, because sometimes people have to be several years older than you before they start going, Mom and Dad really had it going on there. They could figure out.
Yeah, I'm glad that my mom and I were really close, though. So it was really never hard for me to obey. It was just kind of like, well, okay, she has my back more than anybody. So it was easier as I got older. But before, I was like, you crazy. But now I'm like, I'm glad that I wouldn't go places where I used to go, because I probably would have not been here today. So I was like, thanks.
No, it'd be easy to fall off the rails and end up not going to college and
Yeah.
not succeeding.
Yeah. And wanting to settle just for like, okay, I'm good here, you know, but the constant push and motivation is like, all right, let me take myself out of this comfort zone and do something else. Kind of like for the pageant. And now I'm here. So I'm super, super thankful for the foundation that she's built for me.
Well, and I know she's proud of you for making such good progress in your life and
Yeah.
getting wrapped up on a college degree with one more year to go.
Yeah. And I'm at her alma mater. So we've gone to the same college. So she tells me that every day.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, here we go, you know.
Well, good. So that's great. And you're at Prairie View A&M?
Yes, I am. Yes. Woo woo. That is my alma mater.
Good deal. And that's, where is that located?
It's like 3 hours away from here, but like an hour away from Houston. But we just
Okay.
kind of say it's in the Houston area, pretty much.
Okay. Yeah. Well, good. Well, it has been wonderful to hear an uplifting story of somebody making a success and serving as a good example to people. And we're certainly so happy you helped out so much at the camp
Thank you.
and uplifted the kids. And hope you'll come back to the Greater Dallas Coalition sometime when you're back in Dallas on school break or after you finish school. And,
Yeah. Maybe I can make a difference, you know, without the, you know, crown and the sash, you know. Still
Yeah.
a human being. I still want to inspire. You know, I can get my hands dirty too. So,
Well, there are a lot of opportunities working with kids that, you know, need to be uplifted and mentored. And
yeah.
so it'll be interesting to hear how your career path goes after.
Yeah, it will be interesting for sure. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. So,
Well, you have it all going on, and I hope that this last year of college is just great, and you keep wearing the high heels and the cute outfits.
I'll try. Maybe I'll wear them to some event and pull it out, you know.
There you go. Change everybody's mind up. They'll be, who is this?
Okay, where your glasses go? Like, yeah, they're back in my room. Got the eyelashes on today. For sure.
Well, good. Well, I hope you all have a great day and see that, you know, people can change lives in many different ways, and it doesn't necessarily have to be running a nonprofit. It can just be volunteering and helping out with kids or pursuing a career of helping people. So whatever you do, let the Holy Spirit into your life and be inspired to love your neighbor as yourself, as a joyful thing, not as an obligation. Take care and have a great day. Hope to see you again